Hey, Cobi Quiz crew. Welcome to the most time-bending challenge yet. How good is your knowledge of bizarre history facts? Let's find out if you can answer 50 strange history trivia questions. Grab your brain power. We're stepping into the past. You'll get 50 questions, 2 choices each, and a mind-blowing fact after every answer. Alright, Cobi Quiz champs. Let's journey through history. Here we go. Which ancient civilization built the pyramids of Giza? It's the Egyptians. The pyramids of Giza were built around 2560 BC as tombs for pharaohs. That's ancient. Which ancient leader was famously poisoned by his own doctors? It's Alexander the Great. In 323 BC, his doctors might have poisoned him with a toxic remedy. Which ancient civilization invented the first writing system? It's the Sumerians. They developed cuneiform around 3400 BC. The earliest known writing. That's incredible. Which ancient ruler had a horse as a senator? It's Caligula. The Roman Emperor Caligula reportedly made his horse a senator to mock the Senate. So bizarre. Which ancient civilization used chocolate as money? It's the Aztecs. They used cocoa beans as currency in the 1500s. That's a sweet deal. Which ancient warrior group fought with poisoned arrows? It's the Scythians. These nomadic warriors used poison-tipped arrows around 500 BC. That's deadly. Which ancient culture mummified their dead with resin and linen? It's the Egyptians. They mummified their dead to preserve them for the afterlife. That's so eerie. Which ancient city was buried by a volcanic eruption in 79 AD? It's Pompeii. Mount Vesuvius buried Pompeii in ash, preserving it for centuries. That's haunting. Which ancient leader used war elephants in battle? It's Hannibal. He crossed the Alps with war elephants in 218 BC to fight Rome. That's epic. Which ancient civilization built Machu Picchu? It's the Incas. Machu Picchu was built in the 1400s as a royal estate in Peru. That's amazing. Which medieval king was forced to sign the Magna Carta? It's King John. In 1215, he signed the Magna Carta to limit his power. That's a big moment. Which medieval punishment involved being stretched on a wheel? It's the rack. Victims were stretched until their joints popped. That's so brutal. Which medieval plague killed a third of Europe's population? It's the Black Death. In the 1340s, it killed millions with fleas and rats spreading the disease. So deadly. Which medieval weapon fired bolts instead of arrows? It's the crossbow. It fired bolts with deadly precision in the Middle Ages. That's powerful. Which medieval queen led troops into battle while pregnant? It's Eleanor of Aquitaine. In 1147, she led a crusade while pregnant. That's fearless. Which medieval food was banned because it was too delicious? It's butter. In 1492, some monks banned butter during Lent, saying it was too tempting. That's wild. Which medieval king was nicknamed Hammer of the Scots? It's Edward I. He earned the name for his brutal campaigns against Scotland in the 1300s. That's fierce. Which medieval practice involved trial by combat to prove guilt? It's ordeal by combat. Accused people fought to prove their innocence in the Middle Ages. That's intense. Which medieval city had a dancing plague in 1518? It's Strasbourg. Hundreds danced uncontrollably for weeks. Some even died. That's so bizarre. Which medieval knightly code emphasized honor and loyalty? It's chivalry. Knights followed this code to be brave and honorable. That's noble. Which Renaissance artist painted the Mona Lisa? It's Leonardo da Vinci. He painted the Mona Lisa around 1503, with her famous smile. That's iconic. Which Renaissance invention changed the way books were made? It's the printing press, invented by Gutenberg in 1440. It revolutionized knowledge. That's groundbreaking. Which Renaissance explorer sailed to India by going around Africa? It's Vasco da Gama. In 1498, he reached India, opening a new trade route. That's adventurous. Which Renaissance scientist was punished for saying the Earth moves? It's Galileo. In 1633, he was put under house arrest for supporting heliocentrism. That's so unfair. Which Renaissance queen had a Virgin Queen nickname? It's Elizabeth I. She ruled England and never married, earning the nickname. That's legendary. We're halfway through. How's your brain holding up? Cobi Quiz crew? Comment your score so far. I'd love to know. Let's keep exploring these bizarre history facts. Which ancient wonder was a giant statue guarding a harbor? It's the Colossus of Rhodes. Built in 280 BC. It stood over 100 feet tall. That's massive. Which ancient emperor banned laughing after his wife's death? It's Qin Shi Huang. The Chinese emperor banned laughter to mourn her. That's so extreme. Which ancient civilization used a 365-day calendar first? It's the Egyptians. They created a 365-day solar calendar around 3100 BC. That's so smart. Which ancient sport involved fighting to the death? It's gladiatorial combat. Roman gladiators fought in arenas, often to the death. That's brutal. Which ancient artifact helped decode Egyptian hieroglyphs? It's the Rosetta Stone. Discovered in 1799. It had the same text in 3 scripts. That's a game changer. Which medieval leader was called the Terrible for his harsh rule? It's Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible. He ruled Russia in the 1500s. That's scary. Which medieval artifact is said to be the cup of Jesus? It's the Holy Grail. Legends say it was used at the Last Supper. That's so mysterious. Which ancient culture buried their dead with clay soldiers? It's the Chinese. The Terracotta Army was buried with Emperor Qin Shi Huang in 210 BC. That's incredible. Which ancient leader crossed the Alps to fight Rome? It's Hannibal. He crossed the Alps with elephants in 218 BC. That's so daring. Which medieval event involved throwing food as a weapon? It's the Battle of the Oranges. In 13th century Italy, people threw oranges in a mock battle. That's wild. Which ancient civilization built the first aqueducts? It's the Romans. They built aqueducts to carry water over long distances. That's so ingenious. Which Renaissance queen was executed for treason? It's Anne Boleyn. She was executed in 1536 by Henry VIII. That's tragic. Which ancient culture used a floating garden system? It's the Aztecs. They built chinampas, floating gardens, to grow crops. That's so clever. Which medieval leader was crowned Holy Roman Emperor on Christmas? It's Charlemagne. He was crowned in 800 AD, uniting much of Europe. That's historic. Which ancient civilization used a BASE 60 number system? It's the Babylonians. Their BASE 60 system is why we have 60 minutes in an hour. That's so smart. Which medieval weapon was a spiked ball on a chain? It's the flail. Knights used this weapon to smash armor in battle. That's brutal. Which ancient leader was buried with a library of scrolls? It's Cleopatra. Her tomb might have held a vast library, but it's still lost. That's mysterious. Which medieval event involved knights jousting for sport? It's a tournament. Knights jousted to show off their skills and win fame. That's so thrilling. Which ancient culture used a talking knot system for records? It's the Incas. They used quipus, knotted cords, to keep records. That's so unique. Which Renaissance explorer discovered the Americas in 1492? It's Christopher Columbus. He landed in the Americas, thinking it was Asia. That's a big oops. Which ancient wonder was a massive tomb for a king? It's the Great Pyramid, built for Pharaoh Khufu. It's one of the 7 wonders. That's majestic. Which medieval king had a round table for his knights? It's King Arthur. His legendary round table symbolized equality among knights. That's so iconic. Which ancient culture used a ball game where losers were sacrificed? It's the Mayans. Their ball game, Pak a Tak, sometimes ended with the losing team's sacrifice. That's brutal. Which Renaissance artist sculpted the statue of David? It's Michelangelo. He sculpted David in 1504. A masterpiece of Renaissance art. That's stunning. Which ancient leader built a wall to keep out invaders? It's Qin Shi Huang. He built the Great Wall of China starting in 221 BC. That's a massive legacy. And that's a wrap. Cobi Quiz champs. How many bizarre history facts did you get right? Drop your score in the comments, brag a little. You earned it. And tell me, which history fact blew your mind the most? If you learned something new, smash that like button and subscribe to Cobi Quiz for more fun and educational challenges. Craving more trivia? Check out these quizzes next, your brain's begging for it. See you in the next video.